I know it's been a week, but we are finally back. I had to get adjusted to living back at home, and we have so much to talk about when it comes to Raw. An amazing triple threat, a tag team match that might have hinted what's coming in 2021, maybe some new women's tag team champions as we look ahead to TLC. And we finally find out what the Fiend's weakness is, and it's not what you think. All that and more on Kimmy's Quick Five when it comes to Monday Night Raw, and we are starting right now. So welcome. As you see, this is not my dorm room. I don't have my blue background because I'm currently home in New York. Yay. So I am not getting my camera until Christmas. If you did not know, the camera I was using was actually my roommate's. My camera is actually currently underneath my Christmas tree right now as I'm looking at it. So I cannot use that until December 25th. So instead, we're recording all of them on my computer because my phone doesn't want to upload to my computer. So if this is really bad, like signal or whatever, I'm really sorry. You're gonna have to wait till December 25th. So we are going to review Raw last night, and like I said in the beginning, I'm really sorry. I've been super busy this week. I'm finishing all my classes, so yeah. So I'm almost done actually. I finished classes this week, then I just have 2 tests next week, and then I'm done. And then I'm all yours guys till February because I'm home. Woo! Okay, so let's talk about Raw. Enough about me rambling. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how we opened the show. So it was a moment of the Bliss with Alexa and Orton. And, you know, Orton tries to say that he's better at mind games than Bray, which, Randy, I know that you've made like a career out of mind games, but Bray might be like this much better than you. I hate to break it to you, buddy. And Alexa's like, really? Are you sure about that? Because what you think, like, the reason he thinks, like, the reason that you believe that he's mad at you is not what he told me. And, you know, he's like, well, it's all about finding the weakness in people. And I found Bray's. And the lights go out and it's like, goes like, oh, you know, like the whole theme music. And Bray's like, no. Randy's like, see, I told you. And Alexa's like, no, I told you. And the lights go out and like Randy is holding Alexa. And the Fiend is like, give me Alexa. And it was like totally awkward too. Because I would have loved if there was like something, like when Orton's on the ramp and he's like, see, I told you. It would have been so cool if like somebody else would have attacked Randy from behind, because I felt like Alexa and Bray were kind of standing awkwardly in the ring for like 2 minutes. But that's just me. But I'm really excited about this because now you're making Alexa the main focal point of this feud. So I'm excited to see where you go from here because, you know, TLC, anything can happen. Alexa going to interfere. And, you know, like there's obviously going to be a stipulation. We don't know what it's going to be. So it's exciting. I'm really excited for it, and it should be really cool. Next, we're going to stick on the women's division for a little bit here because now we're going to focus on what it looks like will be the new women's tag team champions. So on Raw, I feel like you have so much talent, but you're not using it because now you're putting Asuka in this like tag title feud, right? And you did this, I think it was last year at TLC too, when it was the Kabuki Warriors and then Becky and Charlotte. And you were putting Becky in that situation where she was the champion, she was going after the tag titles. I was like, this is so stupid. So I think it's the same thing here. I don't think Asuka needs this. Like I said, there's so many people that you can use on Raw right now, like a Pin Royce, a Lacey Evans. You could put Alexa Bliss in there. You could put a Nikki Cross. When Charlotte comes back, we still haven't seen Naomi. I know she got surgery, but we haven't seen her in a while either. So this is all stuff that you need to do. We're not doing that at all. So this is the second week in a row. You know, we have this tag match, non-title, and Lana picks up the win. I'm assuming that this is going to lead to TLC being the actual like title match, and then Lana and Asuka are going to pick up the win here. I'm excited for it. I think this is going to be great for Lana, but I don't think Asuka needs it. I would have loved if you put somebody else with Lana, like I don't know who. Because Natty's on SmackDown. Maybe Naomi, maybe Charlotte, I don't know. But I feel like Asuka doesn't need this because now you're kind of bearing the Raw Women's title under the ground because the last time it was defended on pay-per-view, I believe was Clash of Champions because she didn't defend it at Hell in a Cell and it wasn't defended Survivor Series. So now it's looking like the last defense of the Raw title for 2020 unless they're going to do something on like the New Year's Eve Raw or whatever, is going to be in September, which is ridiculous. Like, I don't know, maybe they're waiting for Charlotte, or maybe like Rhea's coming up after War Games, so maybe that's what they're waiting for. But you need to do something with that Raw Women's title, because now it's worth nothing, and the SmackDown Women's title is like the main thing on SmackDown. So you need to do something, though, please. Triple threat action next. Riddle, Keith Lee, AJ Styles. This match was so good. I really wanted AJ to win. I feel like, AJ was the first competitor for Rollins when Rollins won the title off of Brock, and AJ really put Rollins over, and I feel like AJ's going to do the same thing for Drew. I feel like AJ is so good in this spot right now, too, because he only does have a couple years left of his contract before he does move on and does whatever. Maybe he'll go to TNA with Luke and Carl. You never know. But this was a really good match. I thought Lee looked really, really good. And Riddle got a lot of offense. And when we get to the Hurt Business stuff, I guess like that's what we're hinting at. But this was really good. Jordan got a lot of offense, and like Jordan helped AJ a little bit too. But this was really good. So good. Yay. What? I'm recording my video. Sure. 2. Anyway, so I don't know what Keith's gonna go for either. Like just looking like past, like Riddle's gonna feud with Lashley, and then maybe I don't think he's gonna win the US title, but is Lee going like Sheamus? Maybe, I don't know. But Riddle looks like the next contender for Bobby Lashley's US title. So after the match, MVP was like, "Wow, you lost. Like you suck." And Riddle's like, "But bro, like now I can pitch like all my like ideas to you." And the funniest thing was like he made a joke about weed, and everyone was like, "You should not be the person making that joke." And MVP's like, "Your ideas are stupid. You're not a good wrestler, whatever." And then Lashley attacks him. So I'm excited for this. I think Riddle does need to get into a title opportunity. He's been on the main roster for a couple months now. He's been really lost. He was lost in the shuffle back on SmackDown, and he's been pretty relevant on Raw since he was in the Survivor Series match. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with him, especially going into the new year. So excited. And the final thing we're going to talk about is it looks like at TLC or the Rumble, The Miz is going to cash in. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So, what happened basically was at the end of the night, so it was a tag match, and it was Drew and Sheamus versus Miz and Morrison. So there was a backstage segment for this match, and AJ was like, "Fine," because they offered him a peach pie, and he was like, "Fine, I'll help you." And Miz was like, "Why?" And AJ was like, "Because you're so much easier to beat than Drew. Like, common sense, bro." And it was so funny. So now we go into this tag match, and then AJ interfered and started beating up Drew, and then he hit Drew with the phenomenal forearm, and then Morrison hit him. I forgot what his finisher was called. It's like the thing he does off the top rope. And AJ literally gets the contract, and he's yelling at the Miz, like, "Cash in, cash in." And Miz is like, "No, I want to do it on my own time. I don't need you." And then Drew beats everyone up. And I was like, "Bro, you're so stupid. Like, you had such an opening to literally, like, cash in this title." So that was kind of interesting. It looks like the Miz and AJ are also going to feud at some point, I guess. Like, maybe that match is going to be next week. I don't really know. But yeah, super exciting stuff. Raw was pretty good last night. I mean, besides the fact that, in case you guys didn't know, Reckoning is Mia Yim, everybody. In case no one knew. But the other funny thing I will mention is I thought it was very funny that Ali was like, "Reckoning is not about failure. Have you seen your Retribution's record, my guy?" Like, 9 times out of 10, Retribution's gonna lose. So yeah, so I thought Raw was pretty good. I mean, we're looking like really good in the TLC, and I feel like Raw's like picking it up to finish strong in the new year. But yeah, that was really good. So this week we got a lot of stuff going on. So Thursday you'll have my Dynamite review. Saturday you'll have my SmackDown review, and I believe Friday afternoon you'll have my NXT predictions with a certain guest. Hint, hint. If you saw one of my most viewed videos, I think you know who it is. And then Monday we are back, and we will have the NXT War Games review. Maybe I'll probably do tribute to the troops too, because that's on Friday. That's on Sunday too. And yeah, so make sure to like this video, comment what you thought about Raw, what your favorite parts were, worst parts, anything. Make sure to subscribe, click that bell for notifications, and I will see you guys Thursday for our Dynamite review. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Kimmy.Rollins and Twitter at Kimmy_WWE. Bye, guys.